Hi, I'm Allison Salinas, and you are watching Citizen Watch, where your voice matters. I am with Christopher J. Roper, who is running for governor of Illinois in 2022. Hi, Chris.
Hi, how you doing, Allison?
Good. How are you?
Outstanding.
So, we're just going to jump right into it. So, you're going to run for governor. So, what makes you qualified to run a state that has been corrupt for over 30 years?
Well, that's a very, very good question, actually. And I'd like to answer it with prior service. I was in the Army, active duty.
Wow.
I am a disabled veteran. Hey, no thanks necessary. I've been taught a lot, learned a lot, been through a lot just in that. And then after leaving the military, I was a police officer for a while. And I was a police officer for a while, and then my body just said it couldn't do it anymore. So rather than try to force the issue, I decided to bow out and accept that I was pretty injured from the military, and it just it helped me it humbled myself, for one. It allowed me to really dig deep inside within myself and learn that the best tool that I ever came up with and in all of that experience was my ears. And I loved listen. If you just listen to people, then you kind of know what they need. You know what is bothering them, what's on their mind. And I've really come to appreciate that because, if you don't listen to anybody, you don't know what they need. You don't know what's needed. And how can you fix anything that's not needed? And with military and law enforcement, you have a lot of responsibility and I guess put on you. And it's baptism by fire there. And that actually is another plus for me. I think I feel like any mission that's put before me, I can accomplish that mission, and you got to do what it takes to get the job done. And again, back to listening. If you don't know what the job is and what needs to be done to accomplish that mission, then how are you going to make anything better?
I get that. So when you talk about listening and hearing the citizens on a daily basis talk about various issues that they go through and that everybody's going through, what would be a top issue that you think needs to be addressed that isn't being addressed?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of issues, unfortunately, when it comes to, just all of us, we the people, citizens. There's a lot of issues. The list could go on, and because there is a lot of people and there's a lot of needs and wants, and but what you got to do is try to take the temperature, so to speak, of what is the loudest, what are we hearing the most about, and we'll just take Illinois. It's a good one to start on. Taxes.
Definitely.
Taxes are out of control, and it's one thing to pay a tax, because we want our state to do well, and taxes pay for a lot of things, but it just seems like our taxes are being used for what? I mean, our roads are falling apart, our bridges are falling apart, our state parks, our lakes, our rivers, everything's falling apart. Why do we need that? Why are we paying so much in taxes? What are we getting out of our small businesses are suffering. We have the C-19 that's going on right now, and it's we got lockdowns, and it's crazy. And without small business, it's not good. Anybody that is involved in anything would know that you got to have that revenue coming in that gives jobs, that gives revenue. So with everything falling apart, why are we paying such high taxes? Governor brought in the legalization of marijuana. That brings in roughly 10 million, I think, a month in tax revenue. It's not a lot when it comes to taxes, but where's it going? We look at look at lakes. We got a local lake in my area that hasn't been messed with for I don't know how long. It's silting in. You can't hardly fish it. Everybody complains about it. They're not getting funding. So a lot of those kind of programs really need checked on. To I think it's a morale thing. People want to go work and do make money and make a good life for themselves, and when they're done, they want to relax and have fun.
Right.
And if they can't do that, if everything's falling apart.
Absolutely. And you speak about relaxing and having fun. I'm pretty sure people want to do that at some point. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your personal life? If I hear you're a big family guy, and your Christian morals are very important in your home life. Can you give us a little insight on that?
Yeah, I've been a Christian since I think I was about 5. I was baptized, and I love God, and without God, where are we?
Right.
I think we're in a wake-up call moment in our lives right now. Is we need to turn to God. There's a lot of things that are happening, and that to me it just seems like it's a wake-up call, and we all need to really turn to God, and by doing that, we can respect and love each other. We may not agree with everybody. Everybody's got different opinions, just like our sports teams. Not everybody's going to agree on the same sport. So, and that's a very crucial key to our success, I think, is to bring God back to Illinois. It's a needed thing. And love and respect each other. It doesn't matter who you like, who you want to vote for, what sports team you like, what colors do you like of clothing, or what kind of fishing poles do you want. It doesn't matter. I mean, me and you, we're going to have different views, I'm sure. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to be nice and treat you with dignity and respect. And I think we all need to just kind of relook at ourselves and think, everybody's going to have a different opinion, and we need to really concentrate on respecting each other. And that's a big thing in my upbringing. I enjoy fishing, snowmobiling, hunting. I do a lot of hunting, mainly whitetail. And then I enjoy video gaming. My kids got me liking video gaming early on, and I actually found out I was kind of good at it. So I did a lot of video gaming with them. So it's a family thing, and then we do go out on picnics and go fishing and as a family, and it's a lot of fun. And that's part of the reason why I visited many state parks and whatnot, and they're just really falling apart, and it's not their fault. I mean, they're trying, and I've talked to a lot of the like game wardens and things, and the funding's just not there anymore. And it's a shame. Illinois is a beautiful state, and the people, everybody that's in Illinois, I've never really met bad people in Illinois. Everybody's been really quite nice, and I've been all over north, south, east, west, in between. It's just everybody's great people, and I do see a lot of stress and despair in the faces of many people and in the voices of many people nowadays, and it just makes me sad. Illinois is too beautiful of a state to be ran down with corruption and political favors, and it needs to stop. It's time to stop. And I think with my law enforcement background and my Army background, I think that I'm not afraid of any mission. No mission's too great. It's time. Illinois needs to shine.
Awesome. Well, speaking of stress, you're fixing to have a lot on your shoulders. With myself running for United States Senate in 2022 against Tammy Duckworth, I have asked you to step in and head the VA programs through the Senate, and we're going to kind of clean up the VA a little bit. So you got like a dual race thing going on.
For sure.
But only one you would have to be voted on. So, but that's 2 big roles. So what's your plans about handling that and, being able to keep your head above water and understand both missions, I guess, per se?
Yeah, roger that. So in my work ethic is, I've always put everything I have into whatever it is that my mission is, whether it be work, whether it be, family, anything that I'm doing. And that's what I intend to do and continue to do as a man, as a person. I'm a man of my word. I'm very honest and open. Sometimes I think I've been too honest. I won't lie. And if I see something that's not correct, I'm going to go after it, and I don't care if it um, I guess upsets somebody. I try to be nice about it, but if it's something that's really hurting people, especially like just say veterans or Illinois, uh, anybody inside Illinois or veterans, it doesn't matter to me what I have to do to make sure that I keep these citizens safe and not being taken advantage of. And that goes for everybody, and veterans included. And when it comes to the appointment that you have chose me for is to help the VA system for Illinois. It does need a lot of streamlining too. I've been a part of the VA system myself in the VA clinics, hospitals, the VA system for about 18 years. And during that time, I've went through a lot of stuff when it comes to that. And I've talked to a lot of other veterans, and there's a lot of opportunity. It has gotten better over time. I think the on the federal level, it's helped. Excuse me, it's helped. Been helped out quite a bit, but there's still some local, statewide type of the veterans programs that can be definitely streamlined and maybe added, or some of them that aren't producing any kind of results. Maybe it needs to be looked at and stop wasting money on a program that's not being used or worked with. And that's just the VA side of it on that part. And on the state level, as far as like a governorship, I think transparency is something that's been missing. And when it comes to Illinois government, there's been a lot of corruption, and it has hurt many people. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing Illinois suffer because of bad governing and government. And it's time for it to stop. And I tend to turn over many rocks, flip many tables, so to speak, and get rid of this corruption. It's like, again, it's too beautiful of a state to allow this to continue to happen. This state people should want to move here. They should be like in other states and say, I want to move to Illinois. That's the place. And that's what I intend to turn Illinois into again. And that is a very beautiful state that people want to come to, and there's jobs. The infrastructure has been updated and taken care of. The people within aren't being taxed to death. We do need taxes, and I understand that. We all understand that we do need taxes to make programs work and help people that are in need. But it's time for that to happen, and it's been put off. And I don't even know the word you'd want to use, but it's been put off for way too long, and everybody's suffering, and it just needs to stop.
Well, absolutely. I really think you are correct in pretty much every area we hit on. I know that this road is going to be long for you. It seems you're ready. Well, here you guys have it. Christopher Roper for governor of 2022. Let's follow him a little bit and see where he's going in his life and journey. And for these last couple of minutes, I'm allowing the guests that I chose to bring on my show to ask me any questions they want about me running for U.S. Senate in 2022. Fire away, Chris.
Well, I kind of know you a little bit. Right? We kind of know each other. But I was kind of wondering. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what kind of things could you help with we'll just start with the veterans program, since that's one that you've chosen me for. What kind of things in the Senate, and I know a lot of people have watched, maybe not, I have, maybe I'm just the weird one, that have watched some of the Senate floor hearings or whatever. And it's kind of a hurry up and wait situation there. What kind of things could you bring to help we'll just start with, like I said, the veterans being there on the Senate floor and amongst all the other senators?
Well, for starters, the hurry up and wait is famous. It's been around there for way too long, and it should have stopped a long time ago. Unfortunately, due to corruption and the Democratic bureaucracy, it hasn't stopped. Well, that's why I'm here. How I would fix that, first of all, the staffing and training needs to be increased and better. They're not, number one, they're not paying those guys enough, to be honest with you. And the job that they're asked to do or supposed to be doing is twice the job of what they should be doing. So they're packing too much onto these employees, and they're giving them, I mean, that's like saying, okay, I'm going to pay you $10 an hour, but you're going to do 30 hours worth of work. You know, it doesn't add up, and people are not going to do their job correctly. And the system itself, it's failed because, first of all, the waiting line is horrific for when you first start your services. It's just getting in there and getting processed, and there's not a quick enough response time. And the training of the response time crisis individuals that are volunteered for that, they're volunteered. They're not even paid, and they should be, because they do twice the amount of work as everybody else. So it's, if all of that's a little bit better, then we can start small and work our way up into bigger issues that we come across.
I think that would definitely help. And I agree with you on those points as well. Being in the system myself, it sounds bad, the system, but being in the VA system, it's kind of like being in the military still. But yeah, there is some streamlining, like you're saying, that there's some volunteers that are working crazy amount of hours and a lot of work and time, and they're not getting paid.
Right.
They're volunteering, but and that's out of the goodness of their heart. And that's something that even I was hitting on this is. We need to get that back, to just respect and love each other, no matter what you believe in, or your political candidate you believe in, or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all human beings, and we should all love and respect each other. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, when it comes to like Illinois policies, well, I kind of hit on those as well, like our state parks and things. They are falling apart, and if anybody's been to any of them here recently, you've definitely seen that. Weeds growing around the edges and things. Would there be ways or things that you could do as a senator to help with that situation for morale for Illinoisans, to enjoy life that they pay for, they pay taxes, and they want to make a good life for themselves? But is there anything you could do that could help to help with infrastructures and state parks and things?
Well, parks are very important. They're very historical here, especially in our state. There's many of them. And they're falling apart because just lack of not caring, and just, we're going to put money here instead of here. We don't really care about this. So it's just, I really believe with the research that I have done, the money's been there the whole time. They're just not putting it there. And so it's the choice that they're making. And they don't care enough about, look at it. They're letting statues come down. They're taking down the entire history of the state. It's ridiculous. And the money that is available, it isn't being utilized in the right ways. So it's there, guys. It's just not being put there. And the only difference I would do is I would put it there.
Right.
But, I think that's where people want to bring their grandchildren. That's where people want to bring their great-grandchildren, to teach them about the history of Illinois. And you can't do that if it doesn't exist.
Yeah. And having family parks, parks and family time and state parks and things that we can enjoy, that the state makes sure it looks good and has a lot of fun, activities. It really promotes a good, wholesome family and friend gathering atmosphere, and where you can get together and just talk, fellowship.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely something that's very needed. And of course, these lockdowns are definitely making it almost impossible. And we're having
they're horrific.
Yeah, record number, suicides, and that's so sad. And
it's a whole nother chapter.
Yeah, I don't think we have time to get into that tonight.
No, actually, we're out of time. So I want to thank you for coming, Christopher. And I think we had a great first show. I loved it. Hope more will jump on and see it, but we're gaining speed. This was step one. So goodbye for now from Citizen Watch, where your voice matters. I'm Allison Salinas. God bless and have a wonderful night.
God bless.